After the builds from last time, where I did the Battle of Britain set, I'm going to be working on a Siddeley Buccaneer. I'm not expecting this to go well, but you know. So there's a lot less in this set than. Ooh. Well, it's already opened, so I may have gone in it in the past for a reason. I don't know. We've got the bag of sprues, the instructions, a entry to their club if I want it. Obviously, the set of decals. Oof. It's pretty big instructions on this one. Right. So, I mean, I've already opened it, so I'm hoping I've already opened it. I mean, this set is very old now. Whoops, it's one loose bit. And back. So chuck that away so we can, you know, actually put it in a bin properly later. So I'm assuming that's the lower section of the fuselage and the top. This is definitely looking easier than the last one I built. I'm guessing that has something to do with the engines and some big missiles. It's better than the 50 fiddly bombs I had last time. Oh, we have two little pilots. They have quite a lot of overspill on them. Oops. I have no idea. And this glass of the canopy. So the question is, where is it going to start? I might actually follow some of the instructions this time. I mean, I did pretty well last time at following them, but still. Fortunately, I have no idea what this piece is. So hopefully when I get to it, it will make itself known. Otherwise, I'm in a bit of trouble with that one. So section 1 requires 2 pilots, a top of the fuselage, the seats, so that's the pilots and the seats. I'm hoping the little bits that they want are stuck on there too. So let's get this let's get the top of the fuselage cut out. And across here. They don't want any wing bits yet, so that can go on the pile of stuff that's not being done. So what is a 33? Oh, that's a 7. 33 is the decal. Let's grab pilot number 1. Pilot number 3. seat 2. Don't tell anyone, but that is seat 4. Not like I can tell the difference when this is done. Oh, that's pot 27. Pot 5. Where are you? Nope. That does not look like a pot 5. Are you on here? Parts are written on the other side. There's a 7, which I do need. I thought it looked a little bit familiar. And there's a 5. Wow, okay, that's the control stick. It's now a lost control stick. Give me a minute. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if I want to put more decals on, I can. So now, loads of overspills, so let's just go over there and tidy that up a little bit. Ooh, this pile's got like vertical sides. That can't be good for you. Just go clean this bit off. I mean, it's got to be uncomfortable having a file down there, but whoops. Didn't like that joke, did you? A little bit around the helmet. Okay, there's one pilot cleaned off. I really should learn what this overspill's actually called so I can use the right name. But I don't know. Oop, oopsie. I think I got most of you there. We're all good. Okay, that's pilot number 2 cleaned off. Where did the seats come out? This one looks okay. Got a little bit extra on the side, but nothing that bad. Yeah, there's a little bit extra on this one. Okay, and where are yours? A little bit on the wing roots. Just switch across the bigger file. And where's the next? Ooh, that's a huge bit on the front. That needs to go. Admittedly, the 2 little forks are supposed to be there, so that's why I leave them. But that huge section sticking out was not. being a little bit nasty with these, but eh. Okay, anything that's a clear indication of where you go? No. So let's just stick you into the seats. Ah, that's not supposed to happen. It's been a few days since I built last. Okay, it still comes out. Let's get that a little bit. And stick the pilot in. This model's glue's always worked fine in the past. If it doesn't work, I'm going to be embarrassed. Yeah, that's starting to stick together just fine. I've had one kit where it didn't work and I've been paranoid about it ever since. I did not plan for that. So just bring this up. This is the bottom section, which is part 2. And it requires me to decide whether I want A or B and C. It doesn't tell me why, just... Do I want the big elongated belly, which is A, or the flat belly, which is B? I think I'll go with A because, I don't know, it's bigger. Within the lack of information, just go with big. It's all good. And you can never go wrong going big, can you? Okay, and there's one more piece. Technically that one can just be thrown away because it's an optional. Oh, okay, I was holding my cutters upside down, so it was cutting a little bit too far away. Just chuck you there. Right, now I've got to clean these off. Now the theory of doing it like this is, by the time that I'm ready, or by the time I've actually stuck anything on this, the section 1 over there will have glued, so we'll be okay. Wow, that's really thin. So just clear off the overspill. Any more? I really hope that is actually overspill and this plane isn't just really, really wonky. And I think that bit will be on the inside, but I'll clean it off anyway, just in case. Just dry fit to see if it goes. I mean, it fits. And where do you want me to put those engine bits? How do you tell front from back on this thing? Yeah. Oh, okay, it goes there. So if you put a line of glue around there. Hopefully that line will get it. Oof, that's not a tight fit. I mean, it'll work okay, but it's... Okay, so the pilots should be able to be going in about now. So, I mean, according to the instructions, there's supposed to be a little bit on the back to tell me where the pilot sits. There isn't. Okay, just stick it in there. There's nothing holding that on. So we stick you, then grab the pilot's buddy. Get the second one down. Oh, I've got the little bit in front. Oh, those are supposed to be little bits sticking out to go in. Whoops. V forwards, by the look of it. So now I'm going to have to actually use these. Come on, little ones. Nope, stick up straight. I don't know where they want that little stick to go, but all my pilots can be slightly canted off to the side. Come on. Yeah, that's what's supposed to be over there. So now hopefully that little bit's stuck, so can move on over here, continue on with part B, or part 2. How'd you tell which one's the front? There's an arrow. To be fair, the little arrow is actually on the instructions as well, so... Okay, go it the right way. Now, how do I float that? Now, if this is balanced correctly, if it's balanced correctly, that will just stay up like that. Which it is. I'm glad that's balanced right. If it wasn't, we'd be in trouble. So at this point, everything but the control sticks on that is in section 1 has been done, or at least the first page. As is my tradition, scribble them off so when I come back, I know it's been done. Oh, there's a painting guide. Like I'm that good. Oh, there's supposed to be a 5-gram weight in the front. Well, that would have been nice to know. I guess this one's going to be a tail rider then. Okay then, this one is skipping nothing because it is going straight for, well, stick it together. But they're drying, so I can't. So what I'm going to do is get the wings, which is 13 and 12, which I suspect are these. 13, 14, 12, 15. So I'm going to get these off and clean them. Oh, put that back. Let's put these somewhere safe. The last model kit I did took 7 hours. I'm starting to get the idea this one is not going to be that long. And pop, pop. And another empty sprue. So let's clean these up a little bit. There's still some overspill. Just a little bit along there. Don't mess it up in the process. We just want this thing to be usable. Like I say, this stuff files far more easily as well. I'm guessing it's a slightly different makeup of plastic. But, you know, it's not really a problem. Okay, and file along there. And no, there's still little bits up here that I've got to get rid of. Ooh, a bit more cleanup. Let's get this little bit. And that's cleaned off. And by the look of these instructions, they just snap together, which is a bit weird. What do you mean no glue? Okay, if they meant to snap together, they don't. worth a shot. I mean, if we're going to stick them together, we may as well get... Okay, you're getting glued. I don't have the patience for this. It pulls the little applicator off. Of course it does. It is you, right? No, it isn't. Right, it's you and you, and you and you. Keep separate. Do a quick run around the edge. A little bit in each of these things, because if they are supposed to snap together, this is when it's going to happen. Well, when I said at the start the instructions are optional, this is what I mean. I may ignore them. I may listen to them, I may not. Depends how I feel on the day. At least that one was cast right. Just run a little bit up there, a little bit up here, tap there, tap there. Then just pop them together. Be a complete monster and wipe the excess off on the instructions. Now we can go back to the previous instruction, which is to stick the body parts together. Hopefully at this point they've had long enough that they're going to stick. Now it does seem to have the impression, apart from that 5-gram weight that I don't have, nope. Oh, there are guides. You going to go together? That's one. Nope. There are little guides on it for this, but ooh. So dry fitting wise it's worked ish. We just need to keep weight off the Bombay door and we'll be fine. This is going to involve quite a lot of glue around the outside though, so skip over that little bit in the well, skip over the little bit in the centre where the wings go. Wow, that's a lot of glue. Okay, so that's the nose lined up. That little bit there lined up. That little, oop, come on. Don't make me go get the tape. Oh no. Come on, back down. Why did I leave the tape in the other room? What else can I pin it with? Well, I have some insulation tape. I don't know why I brought this up here, but I'm glad I did now. No, do not put pressure on the Bombay door. It will fall out. I mean, worst case scenario is I drop it, right? I usually have much nicer tape for this, but you know. Oop, stop pushing the bay. Can we get down the side there and push that back? Wait, no, engine's best place to aim. As you can see, the height of professionalism here. Round 6. And I didn't completely wreck it. Now realistically, if I was doing this for any form of sense, I'd have left that until next time. But who says I have any sense? I certainly don't. So we've stuck that together, so we've done section 3, and we've done 4 and 5. So 6 is find the cone-shaped piece. So the cone-shaped piece okay, so the cone-shaped piece has 22 and 23 written on the inside. Like the only cone-shaped piece has 22 and 23 written on the inside, and 1 and 17 on the outside. Fortunately, I think it's the right piece. I suspect it is. I've seen enough of these planes to know a general idea of what they look like. it's got the little bits there which allow you to plug in for the nose. Which means that this is the top. Now I only really need tape on the larger fuselage sections. Back when I could actually go shopping for stuff, I did used to use bulldog clips. So they do stick together, don't they? Yeah. Well, not that much. Okay, and just nope, in the hole. There you go. And we've got ourselves a little cone. So I'll pop that there. Somewhere where it's visible. Okay, maybe if we move you over there, we can see more. There you go. I'm trying to discourage it from falling on the Bombay. If I knock that out again, I'm not too sure I can actually fix it. So section 7 is to get the horizontal stabilizer, which is section 18, which is this. Then also to acquire section 19, which is not on that sprue. I'm guessing it's this thing here. Yeah, number 19. So just clean them up a bit, get rid of all the little bits of sprue left. Okay, and stick the two together. Just a little bit around the edge. That was way too much. Okay, now that's together. Put them on the little bit drying table. And start section 8 because this is going pretty quick, which is 21 and 20. Now I didn't really need to check that because these sections are so obvious what they are. That is famous last words. I'm going to be doomed at some point by my own mistakes. So I just clean this off. And clean off a little bit of this one. Nope, switch to the curved one. It's marginally better for doing curved edges, so worth keeping. And yes, I do keep a large amount of files sitting around for this. So literally just stick the two together again. Put a line of glue around the outside. Well, you know there's going to be two large flat surfaces touching. Get them, well, not really wet, but just a bit. I mean, you don't want them coming apart, but you also don't want to get glue all over your hands. Too late. It's 1 and 2. And around the edge of that is a lot of messy glue. So just grab the instructions. Even if you think the instructions are useless, I mean, they're still good for cleaning out excess gunk and stuff like that, right? Oof, look how nasty that casting is on the back. Let's completely mess up my file, shall we? I don't see a problem here. So is that bit done? Did it? Yes, it survived. That's not in shot. There you go. Oh, cut the end of the wing. Well, I guess I'm going with B and C because I really don't want to cut the end off the wing and stick on a little probe, because I cannot imagine something more difficult for me to do than that. Like, I have no craft knife. If I attempt it, it will be interesting. So, when I get these together, that's flat. That's flat. Let's go a step. So I think I'm about to have to do quite a bit of correcting. I mean, that's like 1.5 millimeters out. Let's just do a dry fit first, just to make sure that we've got, yeah, we got that gap on top. Okay, this, I can handle this. Can I do without messing up that bomb base? The question. Let's put a little bit more glue in there, I think. Okay, that looks like it's wet. Stick that in. Push that down. Where did a little bit of tape go? So, I mean, this one actually worked, but the other one didn't so much. Let's put a little bit in there. Don't touch the bay. Right. So I'm going to do some indents down to the correct depth. Once I've done a chunk of these down to the correct depth, once all sign of them is gone, it means that I'm done. Just have to avoid making that noise because it's horrible. Let's use your fin. Okay. Wow, that's quite a lot to go. Do not touch the Bombay. Okay. So, I mean, it's not that bad. This stuff is really soft. Don't dig it into my yacht too hard. Just a little bit more on the back and we're done. Okay, and we're flat-ish. Where is that little bit? Whoops. Okay, don't balance somewhere. Okay, put it in the proper place. The thing is though, I can't contour it because I'm not that good, basically. I mean, that is much better than it was. Okay, so a little bit more off and we'll be okay. A little bit more and we'll be okay. It's all good. There you go. Where was it? There. Now it's important to get that lot out. So let's go around the other side, make sure that the other wing fits. And the other one fits like it's actually meant to be on this plane. As we all know, this adhesive is a solvent that will actually melt the plastic. So we have inevitably completely messed it up with that modification. Hopefully when the two bond, it'll hide it. Now we get this on. Put a little bit around here. And stick. guess you want the nose to be stuck on too, do you? Well, you are saying stick everything on, so okay. I'll be nice this time. Does anyone know where I just did wrong? Do you know what else I just did wrong? It's going to be the least effective Bombay in the history of Bombays. So let's get it up here so it gets the weight off. So we take the bare tape off the back because it's done. Get this little bit, stick it over there. We do not want these wings running away on us. Well, I don't. I imagine it'd make a more interesting show if it did, though. Okay, now it's time to try to coax this together. Yep. Yep. I mean, anyone who's been paying attention could tell that wasn't going to fit, right? Okay, now will you fit? Ooh, is it? Just pop. No. Just a little bit too big. Let's see if it fits now. Yes, with some extra force. It's basically glued in at that point just because of the amount of force it took. But it went in. I'll consider that as a win. Let's do this without wrecking the rest of the plane. Ooh, get in. Yeah. Well, we now have a tail. Now, who thinks the horizontal stabilizer is not going to work? That went straight on. Let's get that a little bit on. I can't believe that went on as easily as it did. At this point, I believe that probably the halfway point, so anyway, I like to leave these about an hour. I'll be leaving that to dry. I'll mark this off and I'll hopefully be back, well, tomorrow and actually finish this. Just scribble these to say I've done them. So move you forwards into the camera. Oh wow, okay, you are too big. Good enough. Okay, I have to work on that camera a little bit. So, I'm going to finish and, well, I'll be finishing this off tomorrow. And, well, I hope people come back to see you. Okay. Bye. Camera's there.